Now here is a very interesting fact that might shock you, that if you stay at your job for more than 2 years, you are likely to get paid less. I'm not kidding. This is actually a headline by Forbes magazine where they categorically say that employees who stay longer in their companies for more than 2 years get 50% less, and this scenario is absolutely true in a country like India. Now I would request all of you to comment in the comment box as to why this scenario is playing out. Why is it that employees stay loyal to their companies and they get paid less and less and less? So I'm going to give out the answer to this question somewhere along this video. So please watch this video till the very end, and I'm going to discuss the solution also. What is it that you can do something about? With that said, on today's video, I'm going to cover a roadmap on how you can literally start with $0 and become a millionaire in a country like India. There are some very important things that you need to keep in mind. You must understand all these basic key points. I will speak from personal experiences. Now, before you jump in the comment section and start saying, hey Akshat, you know what, people are losing jobs and you're talking about others becoming millionaires, it's just a pipe dream. Please listen to me. That millionaire is a milestone. Okay, it's not as if that you absolutely need to become a millionaire. The idea is to be as financially free as you possibly can, right? So please take this as a milestone. Can you become a millionaire? Yes, you can become a millionaire. You need to be planned, methodical, and follow the steps that I'm telling you. Is it going to be hard? Absolutely yes. It is going to be hard. If it were not hard, then everyone would be becoming a millionaire. So I'm going to talk about a very simple, no-nonsense 5-step process that you need to follow. So let's get this video started, and please press the like button because I know that you're a smart audience who would want me to continue to make these type of interesting videos. So press the like button. It would make me super happy. So step number 1 to becoming a millionaire is to first understand the definition of being rich, because you need to be rich, you need to be fairly rich and earn even more money than that so that you can invest this surplus income to generate more returns for you. So it is very important for you to understand the definition of being rich in a country like India. Now you would say that, hey Akshat, you know what? The average income in India is approximately $2,000. So if I'm making more money than $2,000, I am rich. Now $2,000 is approximately 1.5 lakhs per year in a country like India, which is not much, but that unfortunately is the average per capita income of India. Interestingly, this average per capita income of India is now lower than that of Bangladesh. I'm not kidding. You can actually read it up, and here's the article. So this is a worrying sign, but earning 1.5 lakh a year in a country like India is not rich. It is not even average, because there are two types of Indias that exist. One is a rich India and one unfortunately is a poor India. When I talk about rich India, I'm talking about cities like Gurgaon. I'm talking about cities like Mumbai. I'm talking about cities like Bangalore. Now here is a chart for you that shows the average expense if you're living as a bachelor, if you're living as a couple, if you're living as a family. And you can see that in order to live a decent life in a city like Gurgaon as a couple, you need approximately 75,000 INR. If you're living as a family, you need approximately 1 lakh rupees in a city like Gurgaon to just literally make ends meet. So India, by no definition, is a very inexpensive country. So I, as a student, used to live in Singapore, and I used to spend approximately 75,000 INR per month living in Singapore. This included everything. I was living frugally, yes. But if I were to live the same lifestyle in a city like Gurgaon, I would have incurred 35,000-40,000. It was half. But we are talking about Singapore, which is massively expensive. It is one of the most expensive countries in the world. What I simply want to prove to you is that if you are trying to get to the definition of what is like baseline rich, then in a city like Gurgaon, for a bachelor, that would mean earning approximately 4.5, 5 lakhs minimum. That's the absolute minimum that you should be earning. If you are living as a couple, then your combined income should be around 7.5 to 8.5 lakhs. That's the average threshold. And if you're living as a family, then it should be around 12 to 13 lakhs. So this is the absolute bare minimum amount or the threshold that you need to keep in mind, but would love to read your answers in the comment that what do you feel when we are talking about rich India? What do you feel that you should be making as an average salary in India? According to me, that salary number for a couple in Gurgaon should be around 7.5 to 9 lakhs. So that's the threshold. This is where you should try to reach as soon as possible, because whatever excess money you make Above this is something that you can invest and start thinking about growing, because your 7.5 lakhs per year will just go in bare sustenance. So have this definition of baseline rich very, very clear and precise in your head. This is literally the first step of becoming a millionaire. Now the second step to becoming a millionaire is to move beyond the middle class, right? Once you are hitting that 7.5, 8 lakh income in a city like Gurgaon for a couple, you need to think about moving beyond that. That of course involves earning more money, earning more than 7.5, 8 lakh rupees a year. But at the same time, it also involves changing the nature of your work through which you are making money. Now here is the problem. If you are doing a job, then you are paying a lot of taxes, and middle class people would end up paying the highest amount of taxes forever and ever and ever. Why? There is an entire video that I have done, but the very quick explanation would go something like this, that the governments across the world are taking more and more and more debt, right? Just tell me one decade when the governments across the world have taken lesser debt. They have not done it. So the debt is going up. Now, how would government repay this debt? By taxing you more and more. That's one of the foremost ways of bringing down the debt. So who will pay the most share in these taxes? Type it out in the comments. So my bet is these would be people from the middle class who are doing a job. They would pay the highest amount of taxes in percentage of their salary. So in order to move beyond the middle class, number one, you need to think about changing the nature of your job. It could be a side income stream. It could be registering a new company as a proprietorship under which you are taking some new work or consulting assignments. Whatever that side income stream, you must try to cultivate a business income out of it, because on that you are likely to pay lesser tax. I will make a separate video on this, but for the time being, please understand that from your active job, okay, continue to make money, but try to make additional income stream via your business income also, because that will be taxed at a lower rate. If you like that tip, do hit the like button. Now, in order to move beyond the middle class, the second part is that you must not get entangled in a catastrophe event. Now, here is a chart for you that will show you the impact of coronavirus pandemic in India and to what extent do people move from middle income to lower income groups. So there was a reverse outflow of wealth because of coronavirus. So take a look at this chart. So you will observe that the upper middle class shrunk by 7% in India. The middle class, due to COVID-19 pandemic, shrunk by 32% in India. Now these type of data points, they get completely missed. People just assume that, hey, you know what, our income grow in a straight line fashion, that currently if we are in the lower middle class, we'll move to upper middle class, then we'll move to upper class. Sometimes there are certain catastrophe events that happens in your life like coronavirus, and then you literally lose all your life savings. Now tell me the reason why this scenario played out. Why was it that the middle class in India shrunk so much due to COVID-19 crisis? The reason was the expense on health. Now many middle class families in India, to get their loved ones treated for COVID-19 crisis, they had to incur expenses of 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs. It was insanity, right? We were talking about expensing 7.5, 8 lakhs. So can you imagine that for a middle class family, if you are building your income streams and you have a saving of 20-25 lakhs, how much time it would take you to build that saving? It will take you a lot of time, and it can get wiped down literally in an instance like coronavirus. So very important for you to protect yourself. I know it sounds super boring, but please buy health insurance, please buy term insurance. I have made separate videos. I will link it here. Also, I will put it in the description box. You can talk to people from Ditto Insurance for free, absolutely free, right? I openly support them because they are running a great venture. They educate people about health insurance, term insurance, and they are doing a fabulous job. Please go out and at least start building your basic understanding so as to prevent yourself from these type of catastrophe event, because if such a scenario plays out for you, you will suffer very badly, right? So important point to move from middle class to upper middle class: A, build some kind of business income. B, prepare for a catastrophe event. Please buy health insurance. Please buy term insurance. I can't stress on this point enough. There is enough data to back it up. Now the third step on your road to becoming a millionaire is that you must get more income out of your primary job. Now this brings us to the starting of the video where I asked you that, hey, people who are staying at their jobs for more than 2 years, they actually lose salary. They do not get sufficient salary hikes. Now why does this happen? So here is the answer. The answer is that you're obsessed with safety. I am sorry, majority of us are obsessed with safety. We always assume that if I go and ask my boss, if I tell him that, hey boss, can you please give me more salary? They might take offense. They might replace you or fire you. No, that will not happen. If you're doing your job properly, if you're adding value to your employer, you have every right to ask for a higher salary. At the minimum, at the absolute minimum, you must be getting a salary hike of how much percent? Type it out in the comment box. You must be getting a salary hike of 5 to 6% in a country like India because of what? Because of inflation. That the inflation every year goes up by 5 to 6% in a country like India. So you must also receive a salary hike of 5 to 6%. You must have also observed that if you're living in a city like Delhi or Gurgaon, your rental income goes up by 10% almost every single year. Your landlord will keep on increasing his house rent by 10%. So you at least deserve that amount of salary hike. But you will have employers in India, and I've heard stories like that, you know what, Akshat, I work with this particular company. I ask for a salary hike. They say that, hey, Corona times, we can't increase your salary. Once the Corona gets over, guess the reason that they are going to tell you. They are going to say that, you know what, we are trying to expand our business post coronavirus. We are hiring more and more people. So you should be a team player and not ask for a salary hike. So there is no end to giving these type of justifications by the employers. You need to ensure that you are demanding what rightly belongs to you. So please go and ask for a salary hike. Do it properly. Don't be pushy. I'm not saying that go and demand like 100% salary hike. No, but please ensure that your performance is good. Number two, you must always be in the market and look out for new jobs and better opportunities. I would always advise people to do that because you are investing so much time and effort in terms of developing your active income, where you're going to your office and getting a paycheck at the end of the day. You are literally living your entire life around that. So it's important for you to at least be fairly compensated for that. If you're not getting fairly compensated, then please take steps to switch your job. Please switch your job every 2 to 3 years. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now comes the fourth step, that once you have grown your active income or your job income and you have created little bit of business income, you get surplus income, right? Because we talked about establishing a baseline, which was 7.5, 8.5 lakhs for a couple in Gurgaon. Now, if you are making more money as a couple, let's say that you are making 12 lakhs. Now you get this surplus income of 4 lakhs, which you can use to create passive income streams. Now, how do you create passive income streams? Now, here is a very interesting article which shows that millionaires usually build up to 7 sources of income. 7 sources of income. And let me go through this list with you. There is investment income. There is earned income. So, earned income means that you're going to your job and earning money. Rental income. There is royalty income. There is capital gains from selling appreciated asset. There is profit from business. There is interest income. Now, out of 7, 6 are investment based income, right? For example, if you take a look at rental income, you get rental income only when you invest money in rental properties, right? How will you be able to invest money? Only if you have excess money to invest in the first place. If you are working as a couple in Gurgaon, making 8 lakhs and then you don't have any surplus income to invest, you will not be able to invest and explore that source of income. Interest income only happens once you invest in stocks, bonds, bitcoins, assets like these. So it's very important for you to create a surplus income, or at least think about creating a surplus income. Only then you can take your road towards financial independence. Now, a couple of very important points for you to note here is that in order to create your passive income stream, it's fairly obvious that you need excess income. To generate that excess income, you need to take calculated risks, right? For example, many a times I advise people that, hey, you must invest your money in growth options. But I meet so many 25, 30-year-olds, they are keeping all their money in FDs. It's pointless. That money is not growing. You're losing that money. You're not investing that money for growth at all. You have to take the bet of investing in certain types of small businesses, buying slightly more risky stocks, investing directly in equities, meeting with money managers. At least make these basic preparations and try to at least make an effort to grow your money. And the second thing is that in order to make passive sources of income, you have to work hard. It's not as if that you can just go to office to home to office every single day. You relax over the weekends and hey, you know what, I have like 20 sources of income now. No, that will not work that way. You have to invest time in your youth to create those multiple sources of income. Work over the weekends, work early in the morning, late at night, whatever it takes. Try to squeeze out time, work hard to create those passive income streams for you. Now, fifth point is, now once you have maximized your returns from your active job, once you have built a little bit of passive income stream coming for you, you must really start thinking about investing. Every dollar or every rupee that you're saving, it can lead to a lot of gains. Now, here is a chart for you that I was able to calculate. It simply says that if you save 1000 rupees, Just 1,000 rupees, nothing magic here. It's like ordering food twice maybe. If you pick that 1,000 rupee and if you invest that at a rate of 12%, which is literally nifty returns for a period of 30 years, that 1,000 rupee grows up to be approximately 30,000 rupees, right? So 1,000 can be turned into 30,000 over a time span of 30 years automatically if you are saving and investing that money. Now, I'm not saying that you must become a penny pincher and put your life on hold, but be very mindful about things that you're buying, things that you need versus you don't need. So in summary, before I let you go, here are 4 key things that you must remember from this video. Number 1, estimate the baseline of being rich. That is the absolute minimum that you need to make every year to just survive, right? Anything above that, what you're earning, is something that you can turn into more sources of income. So get to that point very, very quickly by negotiating with your boss, getting higher salary from your active jobs. Number 2, take calculated risks and start investing that money. Number 3, eliminate catastrophic events. Please have health insurance, please have term insurance, because these are dramatic events that can derail all the progress that you might have made for decades. So please don't fall into that trap and buy the health insurance and term insurance. Check the link in the description box. Absolute free helpline. You can understand more about your insurance need. 4th and finally, try to move from active to passive sources of income. Learn, study, take risk. Watch my YouTube channel, take note and hit the like button. That would continue to make more such videos. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you the next time.